All right, guys, so this is the final video I'm going to make. This one is actually going to be the toughest for me to make a video about because without all my PowerPoints and stuff without the lecture to go with this one, it's going to be a little bit more difficult, but we'll try to make it work. If you guys can't get this one done, we can always work on it together whenever I come back. So the point of this assignment was to get practice with length, right? The measurement of how long something is. When we talk about length in science, we actually use metric meters, like metric measurements, centimeters, meters, kilometers. But for this assignment only, we're going to go back to imperial. We're going to use inches for this one, just because that's what we use over here in America. And so I figure if we're going to practice with our rulers, we might as well practice in the way that we actually use. So you can read all through this. I did it in a nice pirate accent last time, but I'm not going to do that again. The setup of this tells you that you're looking for a treasure, and when you got there, there was a lock on it. The lock has 2 rectangles, 2 triangles, and 2 circles, and a whole bunch of gems. These are our gems right here, these 12 gems. Captain Ruler, the man who left this treasure behind, left you with a challenge. In order to figure out how to open this chest, we need to find 2 rectangles whose total length adds up to 6 inches, 2 triangles whose total length adds up to 5 1/4 inches, and 2 circles whose total adds up to 3.5 inches. The 2 you need to find are somewhere amongst these 4. So if I was going to do the rectangles, I would need to find the length of each of these rectangles and then find out which 2 add together to give me 6 inches. So hopefully you've had a little practice with a ruler before. If you missed my lecture on this and you're not too sure how the quarter inches work, we can, like I said, we can jump back into this another day when I'm back in class. A quick refresher if you were just kind of forgetting. Remember, the way I personally like to think about measuring is like money. Think of the whole numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 as dollar bills. And think of each of these little ticks as a quarter. Because as you add things up, right, we like to put them in fractions like this 1/4, 1/2. So you can think of if this is $1, this line is 1/4 or 1 out of 4, right? This line. Now I got 2 quarters. Ooh, 2 quarters. 2 out of 4, right? 2, 2, this is metered, so it's weird. Force, the fraction. This line, 3/4. 3 out of 4, the fraction, right? Once we get to $1, this would be $1.25, $1.02, $1.03, $2, right? $2.25, $2.02, $2.03, $3. Just remember, when I say quarters, you need to put them in this notation, 1 out of 4 quarters. Notice this notation, 1 out of 2. Well, that's a little screwy. I thought we were talking about quarters. I need 4 quarters, not 2 quarters. Only with this specific line, the 2 out of 4, right? The 2 out of 4. I can't do it with my hands, I'm sorry. Well, when you have 2 quarters, yeah, you can call that 2 out of 4 quarters, but there's another name we use for that. A $half, right? Sometimes if you have 2 quarters, you hear someone say they got a $half. That's why sometimes you see it written as 1/2. Oh, I got a pen right here. I didn't realize that, right? So we know that 1/2, a $half, is the same as, ignore that, I didn't mean to do that, is the same as, oh gosh, couldn't I pick a better color? Is the same as 2 out of 4 quarters. And the only reason that's important is because if you come across a situation like this, 3.5 plus 1.25, you might look at that and go, Well, dang, how am I supposed to add those up? Well, 3.5 plus 1.25, and it gets really confusing, right? But if you just think about it like dollars, like I said, I'm going to sneeze right here live on camera. Get ready for it. I feel it coming. It keeps coming and going. Woo. All right, never mind. It went away. I felt it go away. All right. If we think about this like money, though, if I said, what's 3.5 inches plus 1.25 inch, you're probably going, I don't know. But if I said, hey, I got $3.50, and if I add $1.25, what's that? Well, that in a second, right? $4.75, right? Nice and easy. So that's the thing. When you see halves, you got to think about them like this. If you think about this as instead as 2/4, I know this is getting really sloppy. It's a lot easier to add them together, right? Because now we can see 3 plus 1 is 4. 2 out of 4 plus 1 out of 4 is 3 out of 4. Okay. Sorry for a little bit of the wacky explanation, guys. Hopefully that made sense. Like I said, you're going to go through. You're going to find the length of all 4 of these rectangles, all 4 of these triangles, all 4 of these circles. You'll submit those in the text box below. You can see some examples right here of how I want that submitted. And then you're going to find the 2 rectangles, the 2 circles, and the 2 triangles that add together to give us these measurements right here, okay?